Hello, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is your tarot card for the week of March 22nd, 2026. It is a collective general reading, so as the messages come through today, just take what fits, leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means it is meant for someone else. And of course, check out your other placements. If by chance you don't know what they are, in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Also, Aries, keep in mind, this is not what you don't see coming for the week ahead. The tarot card of the week reading is intended to give you a question or something you need to go within to consider so you can make a decision that is best for you and your life at this time. With all of that said, let's begin. Tapping into the Aries collective now, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What is the tarot card of the week here for the Aries collective for the week of March 22nd, 2026? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Tarot card of the week, the Moon. What situation in your life do you feel is secretly being hidden from you? And at the bottom of the deck, you have the Eight of Swords. What situation in your life is holding you back? Okay. Why is the Moon the tarot card of the week here for the Aries collective? Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What situation in your life do you feel is secretly being hidden from you? Why is this the tarot card of the week here for the Aries collective? One more shuffle here. Thank you. We have the Queen of Swords. We have the Two of Wands. We have the Emperor. And we have the Empress. Wow, look at that. Divine counterpart sitting there. You have the Ten of Cups. You have the Tower. And you have the Three of Swords. Okay, I almost want to say a little feeling here of like trouble in paradise. Why is the Queen of Swords here for the Aries collective? Why is this in their energy this week? One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Queen of Swords is clarified by the Three of Wands, the Six of Pentacles, and the Six of Wands. So what is that Two of Wands there? Let me just get some of these cards on the table, then I'll let you know the messages I'm receiving. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Two of Wands is clarified by the Death card, the Ten of Wands, and the Eight of Swords. Interesting, because that's the card that we have here at the bottom of the deck. Let's do a joint clarification here on the Emperor to the Empress. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The joint clarification is the Eight of Wands, the Four of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles. And what was that Tower? Okay. We have the Hermit. We have the Chariot. And we have the Eight of Cups. Oh, bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Pentacles. Okay. I feel like this is, clearly this is a partnership related reading. Now, this could be in career and finance, could be love and romance, or maybe just you and someone else. I have you here as the Emperor. You could be masculine or feminine, but this is your major arcana card. I have you here, and I have someone who is an equal to you in some respect, whether, again, that's your parent, your friend, your business partner, your spouse, or maybe your just, you know, your romantic partner, like a boyfriend or a girlfriend. I have here two people that are on the same page. In your energy, I have the Queen of Swords. So you're seeing things very clearly. For me, queens exist in the present and they are processing the past. Kings take action. It's not masculine versus feminine or anything hierarchical like that. It's just the way I view a tarot deck. So when I'm looking at the sword suit of the Queen of Swords, the Queen is existing based upon her experience of her respective suits. Three of Swords, Five of Swords, 7, 8, 9, 10 of Swords. You get the drift there. Not the easiest suit of cards. In fact, I find it to be the most difficult in the minor arcana portion of tarot. So based upon these past heartaches or emotional setbacks, you still appear here energetically wanting to move forward. Three of Wands, I want to push through this. Six of Pentacles, I want equal reciprocity. Six of Wands, I want victory in this connection. So despite what has happened here, I still have an Aries who this week wants to push through. It looks like there was a decision here that had to be made in respect to this partnership. Now, I don't know if this was on your side or on your person's side, but someone stalled out here in the Two of Wands. They got too caught up in their head. The fears, the doubts, the anxieties began to amplify and multiply. And whatever decision this was, however great or small, For the person who had to make the decision, it became overwhelming and they just kind of put an end to it. They put a full stop. Again, could be you, could be your person. You can reverse these energies how you see fit. But I have two individuals here who were part of the 10 of Cups. And then suddenly there was a break in that 10 of Cups. And we ended up from the 10 of Cups here. Someone went silent, someone withdrew, someone emotionally disengaged. Regardless of how long ago this happened, whether this happened in the past week or the past month or the past year, I think your message here for this week is, what situation in your life do you feel is being hidden from you? And then you have the 8 of Swords. I think for some of you, even though you want to move forward, and it looks like this individual does as well, we still have something sitting here in the 5 of Pentacles. So it's great. The two of you want to heal this connection. The two of you are communicating or will be communicating this week on how to heal this connection. There's still something in respect to that 2 of Wands decision that is not being addressed. And I feel like what is being hidden from you, what you may not be recognizing, is whoever had to make the decision, the issue rests within them. Now, if this was you who stalled out on making a decision, you allowed your fears, doubts, worries, and insecurities to get the better of you. And that may have been what precipitated or created the tower moment here. If it wasn't you and if it was your person, then still their doubts, fears, anxieties, and insecurities got the better of them, and it created that tower moment. However, I'm reading this as your reading. So I'm going to read this as this was you. If this was you, then there's something here you need to work on in regards to those fears, doubts, and insecurities. You can't just ignore them. You can't just think that coming back together with this person will resolve those issues for you. And if those issues are for that person, they won't just magically go away for that person either unless they address them. So I'll end up giving you advice here if it's you or if it's your person, like how you can help them. But yeah, we have the World card here. So you are at a cross point this week. You can close out this chapter if you chose to. Or you can close out the chapter and start a new one with this individual. Temperance. It'll be completely up to you how you choose to balance or alchemize or address the connection. Let me get a little bit more on this for you, and then we will get into tarot. So your tarot card of the week here is, if these doubts, fears, and anxieties are yours, you really need to look at them this week, or at least that's the advice for you. And if they're your person's, then you may need to help them clear up those doubts, fears, and anxieties for them. Anything else Aries needs to know here? Otherwise, I do see two people coming together this week over the course of the next 8 days. I was going to say it starts small, and the Page of Wands came flying out of the deck. I think it's going to start small here. There's a lot of communication in the 8 of Wands, but it's small communication. There's no heart-based communication here. Even though there is an amount, there is a level or degree here of love or affection or admiration that you have with this person, it seems that we're starting really small here. This is, hey, how are you doing? How did you sleep? What did you eat? Or did you eat? Those types of questions. And if this is someone you work with, it's, how was your weekend? Or how's the family doing? I just feel like you're keeping it very light. Anything else Aries needs to know about this communication or conversation with this individual this week? One more shuffle here. Thank you. You have the Page of Wands, you have the 7 of Swords, and you have the 4 of Pentacles. Bottom of deck, 7 of Cups. It is best to navigate this situation as slowly as possible. I think it has the potential to erupt again in that 7 of Swords. You may misconstrue something they say. They may misconstrue something that you say. So there's something here just proceeding very cautiously in the conversation with this individual if that is what you choose to do. But I think if you're too stubborn or they're too stubborn in that 7 of Swords to the 4 of Pentacles, it could damage whatever conversation here will be taking place between you and them. So let's get you some advice. If it is you, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus placements, what is the advice here for Aries on how they can overcome these doubts, fears, and anxieties that they have? Because I think that is what has been holding you back from making this decision. So advice for Aries. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Your advice, Aries. We have the 3 of Pentacles. We have the King of Swords, which I like because you started off with the Queen of Swords. So the Kings take action. And then 2 cards came out. Look at that. The Knight of Swords and the Sun. Bottom of the deck, you do have the 6 of Wands. So there's something here about communicating. communicating with this individual, whoever they are, all of the doubts, fears, and anxieties that you have regarding whatever decision here had to be made. But also there's something here about not being overly opinionated, meaning stick to the facts, not hyperboles, not what ifs. This is, I feel this way because of blank, not I feel this way because a friend of a friend or a friend went through a similar situation. I think you need to keep it a little bit more grounded in that Three of Pentacles. Keep it a little bit home base. I feel this way because the last time I tried this, ABC happened. Something like that, I think would be a better way to get your point across. But you do have the ability here to heal this connection, if that is what you choose to do, through active communication, speaking only the truth, and working as well on these doubts, fears, and anxieties. But I think communication here will be key, as you seem to be going back and forth here with this individual. There is the ability here to work together to heal those doubts, fears, and insecurities, anxieties that you have. But I feel like it needs to be a collaborative effort here. And then, yes, victory can be achieved here between you and this individual. Or, again, whatever outstanding issues you had, I think the conversation, again, as long as it's truthful and you're sticking to your authenticity, right? King of Swords is a very authentic king, and you're being honest about why you feel this way, then I do think that opens up the door for healing. Now, if it is this person who is dealing with these doubts, fears, anxieties, insecurities, what is the advice for Aries? How can Aries help that individual? How can Aries help that individual? Okay, let's see what came out. We have Judgment at the bottom of the deck. A couple of cards came out, but we'll see. We have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Two of Pentacles. We have the Fool. A lot of cards came out. The Hierophant, the Hermit, and the Eight of Swords. How can you help this person with their doubts, fears, and anxieties? Well, I think first and foremost, you need to speak to them about what it is that they want. In that Ace of Pentacles, there's in this deck, it's called manifestation. So there's something here that this individual feels that they want or need. I'm not speaking for them, I'm just letting you know what's here. This person wants something, and there's something here in regards to you talking to this person about making them feel like what it is that they want is a priority. That doesn't mean that you're going to address it or you're going to, you know, take care of it for them or handle it for them, but it's allowing the person to be seen and heard. So creating the time in that Two of Pentacles, sometimes I could talk about prioritization or time management. Create the time to hear this person out in regards to whatever it is here. I think that's how you can have a beginning, or I should say a new beginning here in this connection, but it will require you to create the time. I don't think like a 5-minute text message is going to work here. This is like, we need to sit down and kind of talk about this. And then, yes, I do. I think that I think just your presence alone, because notice we have no swords here for you. So I just think your physical presence alone, honestly, hearing this person out, will allow this person to realize that the two of you are more on the same page than those doubts, fears, anxieties led them to believe. Because a Hierophant would be two individuals who are on the same page. And so I think this person, after this conversation, would be able to go within and do the introspection needed to say, you know what, Aries and I aren't so far apart on this particular issue. And it was only my doubts, fears, or anxieties that created the wedge between us. So that is what I have for you, Aries, for the week ahead. If it's, like I said, if this is your issue, active communication will help heal the situation between you and this person. And if that Eight of Swords is for this person, then just being present, physically present to hear them out will allow this person to go within and do the work they need to resolve their doubts, fears, and anxieties and insecurities. That's what I have for you for the week ahead. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace.